Loop 1802 here. Alright, we are now to the tumbling portion of our brass preparation. So I've already added the walnut media, and I'm now going to add the new finish car polish. I've been reading online, and most people recommend adding no more than a cap. So there we go. I'm actually going to shake it up first because I've never used this stuff before, and I don't know the consistency, but I want it to be consistent. Okay. Alright. It does not pour out smoothly, guys. It comes out like mayonnaise. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to try to distribute it evenly throughout, and then I'll turn it on. I'm going to let it run for about 10 minutes or so and see how it mixes in. Hopefully it doesn't clump too badly. Okay, not quite a cap full. We'll just let that sit like that. Now let me put the lid on, and we're going to let it run for about 10 minutes, like I said, to mix in thoroughly. And then we will add our brass. And I actually have, so in my previous videos you saw that I had the Herder's 243 brass. I actually have some Winchester brass as well. That, I don't want to over tighten this. I should do. Have some Winchester brass as well. I don't know what it's plated with. It looks plated. Some of this is pretty clean, but others of it, let me see if I can find a real dirty, nasty one. Here. Looks like some sort of, I don't know if you can tell. You can see it, how it has some sort of corrosion on it. We're going to see if we can clean that off. If I can't clean it off, I'll just throw it out. Not a big deal. But, alright. Let's get this thing going. Well, it's quieter than I thought, which is good. So, like I said, we're going to let this run for about 10 minutes, and then we'll come back to it. Alright guys, it's only been about 5 minutes, and I'm already seeing something. So where I put the new finish in, it's starting to clump up, so I'm actually going to pause the tumbler and see if I can break it up, and then I will add my brass. Alright, I went ahead and broke up the clumps, and now I'm going to add 19 cases of the Herder's brass. We'll just throw those in there with little fanfare. You may say, why 19? Well, that's because I don't have 20. One of the shells got lost when I took a second shot at a deer last year. I took the first shot and then took the second shot real quick, and normally I try to save my brass. I'll eject slowly, and but on that I just work the bolt quick, let her fly. Oh, and then these Winchester cases, I have 16 of those. That's because I have 4 shots still left unfired that I didn't know about. So found out about that when I started this reloading project. I know, shame on me for not knowing how many unfired cases I have. Alright, so put all my cases in there. Let's put the lid back on. Put the wing nut back on. I don't know how far I'm supposed to tighten this, so I'm just going to give it a few turns because I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Alright, and now we're going to let it run for about an hour. See you back in an hour. Alright, we have just about come to the hour mark. Shutting it down. Let's take a look at some of this brass. Have to forgive my shaky hand, doing this one-handed and using my tripod as, I guess, a selfie stick, maybe? What'd you call it? We'll see. some of that off the lid. Alright, let's see what we have here. Oh, here's one. Okay, this is some of that Winchester brass. Okay, it did not clean off that corrosion, so I'm going to actually throw this one out. Alright, let me dig through here. I'm not going to make you watch me dig through here and find the brass, but we'll come back to it once I have found it all. Alright, I have retrieved my brass from the media and sorted it. So this is the brass that was cleaned. This is the I don't really know, I'm guessing it's brass, but it looks like it's nickel plated. Not real sure, but we're going to try it. That was cleaned. These are the ones that were previously corroded. I'm going to throw those away. But something interesting did happen to some of my brass. Where is it at? So these three pieces, they kind of stood out to me. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that spot right there. Okay, now you can see it. That appeared on this piece, and then where is it on this one? All right, here. Okay, you see that? That appeared on this piece. It looks like corrosion. I don't know where it came from. This wasn't on there before, and I don't know if it was perhaps held against that. Oh, on this one too. Here, right there. You can see it. I don't know if it was held against the thread of the bolt, and it just rubbed. Actually, when I rub it with my hand, it kind of comes off a little bit. I was a little concerned about this, but we're going to use this. We're going to use the brass. The nickel plated stuff I'm not taking a chance with. This stuff is all going in the trash, which is fine. Brass is pretty cheap. It's not the cheapest, but it's not bad. And alright, that's where we're going to end this video. We've cleaned the brass. I've already dumped all the crap out of it back into the container. And the next step, put a primer in that primer pocket right there, powder, bullet, and then we'll have ammunition that's ready to fire, and we'll go through that process at a later date. Koopaloop 1802 out.